Hi, please be welcome to this video presentation. My name is Carlos Alberto Castro Causil, an English as a foreign language student at UNAD University. I take this opportunity to send special greetings to our tutor, Angie Carolina. Let's get work. Along this video, I'll be covering the topic of word formation process, specifically the derivation process. Here I formally post this definition. I create then out of dealing with this along this topic in this course, language form and function. But my goal is that we can come across a definition out of the examples. So along this presentation, we'll be covering or trying to answer this question: what is the derivation process about? So stick to the presentation so you can have an idea of what is it and what is it for, what is the function. Derivation process is the process of adding final particles or particles that we place before the root or stem or the base of the word. It's the way it helps us to create new words with new meanings and to behave better in our writing or even in our speech codes, by knowing what part of the speech is the word, if it works as a noun, verb, adjective, or adverb. It's important for you to distinguish between the derivational process and inflectional process. They are not the same, and this video is not covering inflectional. This video will be covering the derivational process. Along this video, I'm going to give you this information in advance. You must keep in mind phonetic changes. To explain that better, I have this verb here, produce and production, an adjective. What you should keep in mind here is the phonetic changes. Produce, production. That final ending change the word as part of the pitch. Okay, from verb to an adjective or an adverb. So you must be aware of this of these changes. With this picture, we have, or at least we have to make a distinction between the action of teach and the noun of teachers. Okay, that's also part of the semantic changes that occur when we add a suffix. So that's why it's important to stick to this presentation. This is the classification of prefix. So it's better, or it's important for you to have an idea of how they work and the result they produce. Pre, it's something that occurs in advance. Okay, produce is preheat. Aftermath is the consequence of something, and aftershock is what happened after you suffer a shock. The pictures try to give you an idea of what the process is. Some of them works by opposition. In this case, this sir is a wise person, and unwise to connote someone who lacks wise, and the same occurs with the other ones. Here we have a classification of the suffixes, how we turn them from one category to another, to change them as part of the speech, to know its function. Here, we have verb, achieve, engage, sing, teach, dure, create, arrive, musical, different, differentiate, okay, infer. and by adding this final particle which ends into nouns. Achievement, engagement, singer and teacher, and so on. In this case, we turn adjective into nouns. Bored, kind, useless, curious, we turn by adding the final particle li, curiosity, and ability. The same occurs with these verbalizers. We turn adjective or nouns into verb. Pure, beauty, by adding that final termination iffy, we turn them into verb. Purify, beautify, harmony, harmonize, memory, and memorize. This is also an extension of how suffix works, but this time we turn nouns into adverb, day, rain, but adding that final suffix we turn them into adjective, daily, rainy, enormous, famous, thankful, and skillful. In this case we turn verb into, we turn them into adjective, repulsive, explosive, loyal, forgivable, fearful, stressful, and so on. And in this case we turn adjective or noun into adverbs. Up, upward, forward, active, actively, and quite quietly. These are better known as false morphological or splinter. They make us confused, but they are not suffixes at all, so we must be aware of how they behave, not to make any mistakes in our writing or speaking production. Finally, I create these 4 examples of 3 diagrams. They must be, the lecture we must make of them is from bottom up, not from up to down. The opposite. Here we have think. By adding the suffix er, we turn it into a noun. And by placing this first particle before the stem, we turn it into a noun. It keeps being a noun, non-thinker. In this case, is the verb create. We place this particle, and we have a noun, creation. If we place this prefix here, we have recreation. And if we add this final ending, what is also a suffix, we have recreationable. I also create this other example: shooter, reshooter, and reshootable. Okay. And finally, believe, believer. Believe the verb, believer, it's a noun. It's a noun. Unbeliever is someone who does not believe. And unbelievable, something that is not believed, something that we have not to believe because its essence is not true. Okay, for more information you can contact or consult this reference for more information. I hope you like this presentation, and thanks. Goodbye.